one touch and I'm lost inside your love. Just one touch means more than words can say. Just one touch and I know I'm gonna stay for always.
That's funny. Sometimes I forget that the YouTube's playing on another tab.
Yeah,
because that's where you can read. That's where you can read chats faster, and then the music comes on. You got double music playing against each other.
yeah, that happens to me all the time.
Oh, awesome! We got Flat Accord Music. He just jumped on. I mean, not jumped on, but he's in the chat. And I sent Flat an email. I told him that Bob's coming soon. So as soon as Bob gets here to the United States of America, we're gonna start filming our next short horror movie.
That's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be fun right now
because we're gonna need everybody from the chat to do some clips for us and send it to us so we can claim it in. Because I need some of you good people to die for us.
Yeah. That'd be great. I want a death scene.
Yeah,
we need death scene. Everyone has to die in a scene. We're gonna include it like it's gonna be everyone just dying randomly everywhere.
Or what you could do is you could make everybody pretend that they're infected by the coronavirus and make them look like they're zombies and like feel like a mutated strain of the coronavirus makes people into zombies. That would be even funner.
Yeah.
That's fun.
And that could go viral. I could see that going viral very
easily. Yeah, that would be good. That'd be everybody volunteer. Just do a clip of you turning into a zombie. It could be as plain Jane as it can be. Put your face up there, just like turn into a zombie. Mm-hmm. Makeup revert, but if not, then just do whatever you got to do.
Yeah, we do got some people coming in. We got J&J searching for Be Truth jumped in. Katrina J. There's a lot of shows going on right now, so I'm sure people will be jumping in and out. Yeah. Haska's son, I think that's one of your guys' Matrix Unveiled.
Yeah, Katarina and Haska, I think they're both from my channel. Which is cool.
Yeah, I've seen him. And then Kelly F.E. just joined in. Now, today's title, Matrix Overdrive. If anybody look at the thumbnail, you'll notice that that's from the movie Maximum Overdrive. And I was talking a little bit about this movie yesterday on the show that I watched it 2 nights ago. I haven't watched it in a long time. And while I was watching it, first of all, I did have a Mandela effect for that because I never remembered Stephen King even directed that movie. I had no. If he always directed it, that's new on me because Bob knows that I always follow who directed movies. If I want to see it or not. So I don't know when the hell Stephen King started to direct movies. That was a new one on me, but watching it reminded me so much of a Matrix. It really does. It really does because in the concept of the movie, I don't know if you ever watched it before.
I haven't.
Okay, so the concept of this movie is it's a 1986 or 87 movie. It stars Emilio Estevez, and basically the premises of the movie is a meteorite supposed to get into our atmosphere and somehow stays in the atmosphere for about 6-7 days, which I never knew meteorites could.
No, I think it probably was not a meteorite. It was probably the ice one that floats up there and just disintegrates into the atmosphere.
Comets.
Comet. It was a comet. Yes, thank you. Tip of my fucking tongue. I've been drinking.
Yeah, because the comets are the ones that circulate.
Yeah. So they were comet.
And during the movie, there's certain scenes that when you see the sky, it was actually green. And it kind of reminded me of a Matrix where in the movie where it brings electronics back to life to basically kill you. Trucks come to life, machines. And it was a great movie.
Yeah.
Had AC/DC's music all in the movie. And I was just thinking about the Matrix because what if this movie is really a Matrix movie where the Matrix created this thing to say that it's in the sky for 7 days. So you got 7 days chance to try to outlive the machines that come back to kill you. And they're all stuck at a gas station. And the reason these trucks didn't want to kill everybody at the gas stations because they needed these people to keep feeding gas into the trucks so they can go out and do their job, do their work. And this kind of reminds me of a Matrix, because if you're living in a Matrix world and maybe the Matrix is wanting to do crowd control, people control, and what is this true, Matrix? That if you see yourself die in a dream, that you could actually die in real life?
I don't think that's true, but I think if you die in a dream, you died in a parallel reality.
Okay.
Or in an astral world. So you definitely did die in some aspect. And then you can see, like, I've had so many experiences where I've died in dreams, but then wake up or I'll get injured in a dream and I'll actually feel the pain physically for a couple of seconds, like it'll cross over. So that definitely happens.
I believe that. I've had the same thing, so I'm going to confirm it. Yeah, hell yes. I've had them dreams, man. I have had dreams I've been in fire. I've had dreams. I've had all the deaths, man. I like counting up drowning, airplane went upside down in my clearest fucking day, underwater with a massive wave came over, and my body actually hit a concrete wall, like a barrier that was I'm not sure that visual, man. I went up, and then I remember there was a rusted ladder, and I remember I didn't lose all my air, but I hit it hard, and then I swooped under the ladder, the rusted metal ladder, where it goes up and over the wall to come out of that area, and the things like wood was pounding, but it would miss me because it's hitting the ladder. So I was safe, but I'm still in the water drowning. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I remember trying to make my way around it and try to go up, but then I woke up.
Yeah.
I was like,
this guy's pretty dark. I wish I died. Then I wouldn't be in pain. He watched a lot of our shows. He's a great person. Space dreams are weird when you're trapped in space. Actually, guys, talking about dreams, my own wife has said lately she has been having a lot more dreams. And what she read was, since people are more home because of the virus, they're actually getting more sleep. And when you get more sleep, your conscious actually is having more deeper dreams. Yeah. Is there truth in that?
Yeah. I think it has to do with a lot of times. So, like, dreams are a good way to witness and understand what's going on within the other realms of dimension within our universe. So when everyone's plugged in to the Matrix and constantly like hustling, going around to work, doing all that stuff, they're focusing on the 3D, the physical reality. But when we stop focusing on that because of this pause, we start to go more into ourselves and we tap into the other dimensions of our reality. And that's why people are having more vivid dreams. Yeah. Plus the fact that the Schumann resonance has been spiking like crazy, which is the Earth's electromagnetic field. And so those fluctuations in energy cause a different astral body state, cause a different frequency, and that causes us to have more deep and vivid dreams. Because I've noticed my dreams have been very, very intense these last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine was also part of fear. I'm sorry, Bob, go for it.
So I said 2016 was the last time I've had it like this. I don't know if everybody shares it, but 2016 was the last time I had those insane fucking. I can't stop sleeping. I can't. No matter the daytime, it's the daytime. I'm drowsy all fucking day. I can't. It's like it's 3 a.m, man. At 3 at noon, I can't stay awake, man. I sit on the couch, forget it. If I so much as eat a Twinkie, dude, I'm knocked out. Like you had a full fucking Thanksgiving meal. I can't stay awake, and then I'll stay awake late at night. No problem. Feeling like it's daytime. And then I'll finally force myself back to sleep. Then I notice I'll get up to take a early morning piss. I should drink it like the Buddhists and get a buzz. But anyway, go take a morning piss. And then I'll see the sun coming up. I'm like, oh, sun's coming up. 5 a.m, I'm going back to bed. I go back to bed.
That's exactly how I've had a sleep schedule for some period of time as well. And what I think is that, in ancient like civilizations, there were people that were everyone was the tribe which woke up during the sunrise and then went to bed during sunset. But then there were some people that were on the opposite side of that schedule because they needed to make sure that the tribe wasn't getting raided or attacked or killed in the night. So they had people that were literally awake all night and then go to sleep when the sun comes out. And nighttime in of itself is a time for the spiritual, for the metaphysical, and for, tapping into the different realms of consciousness. So I've always been a nighttime kind of person, as well as a sunset kind of person. I'm not really a sunrise kind of person at all. It's during the daytime, everybody's thinking, everybody's like talking, there's so much noise, you can't really connect deeply to yourself. But during the nighttime, it's still.
This guy wrote, would love to have a vivid dream. I'm almost 40 and don't remember any dreams except when I was a teenager. Now, I always heard that technically you dream every night. You just can't remember every dream. So is he having vivid dreams and he just maybe can't remember them by any chance?
Well, what happens is that if you ignore your dreams, so if you don't pay attention to them, then you're not going to be very vivid in them. If you're not really conscious and aware of your reality when you're in the physical world, then you're not going to have a very active dream life either, which is like your astral experiences. And if your pineal gland is blocked, then you're not going to really see too much into the dream state. You're going to be if your pineal gland is blocked, you're going to be really clouded in your ability to see stuff.
I'm sorry. I just love this comment. Only remember them when I'm not smoking weed.
Classic. Yeah. I'm going to agree with you.
What does it mean if you have, what do you guys think it means if you start having like a lot of bad dreams, like a lot of, I don't know, killing, like you die in your dreams. Like I told Bob a story that I felt like a spider made a cocoon around me. He's about to suck my blood. And then one time I felt that my house had a window open. I jumped in the window. I opened the front door, and Santa Claus was standing there with a Christmas tree and stabbed me with it. And this is a real dream. Now, is that just means I'm fucked up, or is there's some kind of truth to it? Why I think Santa Claus is stabbing me with a tree?
Well, I don't think you're messed up, but I think what it is it's our subconscious mind.
He won me over right there, Bob.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, of course, that's a Christmas tree on his mug.
How the hell you knew? I didn't know you were having that cup.
That's a good synchronicity right there.
Did I talk to you guys before this phone? No.
So
what does this person say real quick? It says, have you noticed that everyone is using the word Draconian lately?
Draconian.
Media?
Yeah, I was making fun of that.
They are telling us that the Dracos are real. Okay.
The Dracos. The Dracos are the reptilian beings. Yeah.
See, this person said, I dream I died. That was scary. So you're right. You can dream that you die and you still wake up, because I woke up.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Draconian. It's everywhere. It's everybody. And I even know some truthers that have been slipping it in there themselves. I made that video, Eric, remember that one about I was in a cemetery? I go, Draconian. I actually brought it out. This was like a couple months back. They were starting to use the word. And I go, why are they using Draconian? Out of all the now, I've been around the fucking block. I went to school for anthropology. I'm not a fucking idiot. I went to university. I went to field school. I'm not an idiot. I've been working in the educational field my fucking whole life. Nobody uses the word draconian, with the exception of guys like me and Matrix, when we're fucking joking about like the draconian horde. It takes years. You're like, a Cthulhu monster comes from we're around. Right, it's a play word that we're going to use for whatever scenario we're talking about, but it's not something you use in the English language when describing. But that word has always been there. It's part of the dictionary. Bullshit.
Got a new shout out. Got a new shout out for Awesome Austin. Shout out.
Awesome,
woo! Dude. He's one of our tiers. He joined the Gypsy Road tier. So I gotta do a wonderful shout out for that man.
That's dope.
Feeling Sandman is in the chat, which is cool. He's a very fun, good guy.
Awesome guy.
Let me do a couple of shout outs. What's going on next week, just to let people know what's going on next week. Next Tuesday, I do have confirmed a guest that's coming on. Now, I know most of you have never heard of this guy. His name is Jamie Straingood, and I'm telling you guys, he's gonna come on for 1 hour. Don't miss it. He's not part of a Mandela Effect community, Matrix community. He's not part of Flat Earth community. None of that. This guy is a fun ass guy from Australia. He makes movies. He makes like short movies. What do you call? Not
documentaries.
Short films.
Documentaries.
Documentaries. And this guy has even interviewed some big people like Lando from Star Wars. He interviewed Richard Goddard, who directed Back to the Future, who he asked a question about the 9/11 stuff in it. He's a fun ass guy. I'm shocked and surprised that he's willing to come on this show because this is way off his style.
You're growing, man.
Off his style.
This is badass.
But he does videos like where Stranger Things really made, like where town is really from, and he has stories about all that kind of stuff. So he's a very fun guy. He's coming on for 1 hour, and I think you guys will love him. And then Bob is flying on an airplane Wednesday and Thursday. It's kind of sad because that's the only day that the Sea Squashers can come on. So they're coming on Thursday. Bob ain't gonna be on that show, but I'm trying to find a woman co-host because the Sea Squashers is a woman's group, a woman's Bigfoot group. So I thought if I could find a woman co-host just for that episode because Bob's flying. So if you're a woman, you want to co-host with the Bigfoot, just let me know.
The dude.
So
we the only dude, but I'll wear the wig.
Is Bigfoot real? Is that what these guys are saying?
No, it's a girl group. It's a pure girl group that actually goes hunt for Bigfoot, and they actually hunt for Bigfoot. They actually are from the paranormal side. They actually have some paranormal gifts.
See, even I think that's funny.
Hey guys, I'm not trying to be sexist here, man. Somebody wrote sexist.
Why didn't you ask News to do it, man?
Who?
Why don't you ask Matrix here to News to do it? Am I saying your name right, dude? Am I saying?
Yeah.
I sent a request to Karen B because she's into Bigfoot and all that. See, she wants to come on. Like she did come on for a little bit,
Yeah.
Hey, maybe Thursday's Matrix not doing anything. He wants to jump on and
he's the only professional guy I know. He knows it fucking actually sticks to the questions. It keeps the shit under control. Everyone else, we went without fucking cleavers and fucking all kinds of shit and toys and stuff. I don't know. I'm afraid.
Crazy.
First of all, Philly fan man, I'm sorry, I don't identify as a woman. Bob did have a brother who did identify as a woman, has become a woman. So that's going to be Thursday, and then in the following weeks, Zuluun. A lot of you guys know Zuluun. He wants to do a show with me and Bob. So when Bob comes back, so there's going to be a lot of shows with a lot of great guests. So that's all coming up. But we got an awesome guest today, the Matrix Unveiled. What's on your channel lately? Let me do a share screen because you have some interesting stuff that came up on your channel.
He's professional.
That's the wrong one. That's my own show. So that doesn't count. I do have you in a tab.
Shout out the other set, the one you're on. You're on that Talk Radio or Talk News or what's it called?
Truth Frequency Radio. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Radio. Fucking A, man.
Yeah. I'm on there Monday nights at 11.
Now you have one is How to Escape Wage Slavery. Tell us about that one.
Okay, so I was just talking basically about, everybody hates working for a job that they're not really passionate about. So the key, what I found, is to solve a problem that people have and then add value to the world and try to create your own thing. So create your own business, create your own avenue of building abundance. And it's always going to be something that's divinely guided almost. So like you're going to feel like you're tapping into a higher power or a spiritual energy when you are doing your right purpose, and finding that life purpose, finding that calling in your life is going to be the key to actually escaping wage slavery. Because if you're doing a job that you're really not passionate about, what's happening is you're selling yourself short. You're saying, okay, I'm only worth what, $18 an hour, $20 an hour, $15 an hour, instead of being worth, an unlimited capacity where you can just keep scaling your income. It's not about the income, but it's about you waking up every single day and being inspired and being passionate about what you're doing and enjoying it. So, you guys love making shows. I love making videos. Yeah. This is something we're supposed to be doing full time. It's not supposed to be just a hobby. It's supposed to be what supports us in this world, because this is what we add value to people's lives when they watch us. Yeah. So it's all about, taking that concept and then figuring out how can you actually, become free, become financially free. It takes a lot of time, but it's worth it, obviously.
Yeah, I did that test. When my time, same concept, exactly what you said without having to say what. It was the magazine show. I look at the back of the magazines, anyway, I'll shorten the whole thing down. The question goes to, if you had $1 million, I've said it before, you have $1 million. So I'm going to give you $1 million. You've got to do something. What are you going to do? I give you $1 million to keep yourself occupied. You can't sit around in your own feces and masturbate 24/7. You're going to be a glutton and fucking die of a heart attack. But you have $1 million. What are you going to do with your time? And I'm gonna go fishing. You're gonna go fishing. You love it that much. Yeah, I'm gonna go fishing. So you're gonna go fishing. Okay. Then I recommend that you go to school for biology, and you're gonna study fish. You're gonna be around fish you're gonna be so much fish, you'll be sick of it. And then you're gonna be a biologist. You're gonna be on those boats. A buddy of mine was on. It's called, I can't remember. It's called Noah. It's a University of Washington had these boats, and you're a biologist, and you go out and you studied orcas, you studied fish, you studied any aquatic animal, and your life is, you're fucking loving your life.
Right.
You put discipline for it, but there's a fucking end to it.
Marine biology.
Marine biology. People have, it's the question, well, what would you do? I'd sit around and drink coffee all day and read books. Okay, then let's talk about coffee. Why coffee? Well, let's talk about a coffee fucking shop. Let's talk about a place that you can have everyone come in that you feel comfortable with in a fucking couch setting, like the movies, like the TV show The Friends.
Yeah,
you're at a bar. You're going to do it all funkadelic with all kinds of cool shit. Yeah. There's things that people can do. Now, there's other guys I like to shovel dirt. You like to shovel dirt. Yeah, I like to shovel dirt. I like the labor. I went to school for archaeology. I like the fucking ground. I like what's in the ground. I like biology. I like geology. I like topography. Whatever. I love history. It's all went to archaeology. I fucking loved it and still love it. Still love anthropology. I still love learning all those new things. There's my $1 million, and I was making damn good money at it. And Eric, you like dirty movies? What would you do? A porno thing? What was your
No. I like to be in them.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, I don't want to watch it. I got to be the performer. Hey, listen, is this not a body you want to see perform?
Yeah. I knew a guy in the Navy working. I had to work with the Seabees for a while. I'm not joking. He was a Jewish guy. Nothing to do with Jewish, but he's Jewish proud with his way he talks and the way he's.
I do good hand jobs.
He was a big fan of Ron Jeremy. He went specifically, we were in San Diego, Sandog, special operations guy, and on his own time, and got in trouble for this, by the way, got in trouble by the United States military, was going into porno. He loved doing porno. As stupid as it may sound, the dude loved, he knew all the history of all the porno actors. He knows the cleanliness of it, the sterilization for this, the rules of engagement, which are a lot of rules. Believe it or not, it's a professional field. Outside of everyone's like, oh, no, it's a professional field. The dude went into pornography. And his only problem was at the time, he's like, I have tattoos. So they're not casting guys with tattoos. He had to worry about his tattoos. But now they're casting motherfuckers with full-body tattoos, so the dude's probably rolling in the cash. But as stupid as it may sound, I want to be a porn star. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
You don't have to be a good-looking guy to be a porn star, because a lot of guys, they're ugly. So I can fit in.
There you go. So it is a joke. However, it is plausible. even if you said something as weird and silly as that, there's a job for everybody. Like
That's true.
You want to touch my stick?
Yeah, you gotta. I'm sure there's a job for that, Eric. I'm sure there is a job for that. Somebody who goes and makes the fucking wands for the movies.
I could even do S&M.
Why do you have all these props just next to you?
Yeah, there's a prop guy for movies. There's a prop guy. When I was in the when I was at the museum, I worked at
camera.
Oh my god.
and my job entailed nothing but props. It was all toys. We built and set up stages for fucking exhibits. It was fun. It was fun. It was the collections you'd set up and all the props. You'd make rocks from the moon. You'd make this, and you'd make props. There's a job for it.
I could do fetish with robots.
Yes, the entire collection of Star Wars, like right next to him.
Whoa, baby. That's a damn good-looking C9424.
That's
thing.
the one from the newest movies, isn't it?
What is that? What's it called?
He could do multiple techniques.
Oh my god.
What's his name again? I forgot.
I have no idea. I just call him the
BB-8.
rolling robot.
That's
What is
BB-8.
it?
BB-8.
BB-8?
BB-8.
BB-8. Okay. That's that's 2-2. Okay, 2-2 Infinity. Never mind. I was trying to figure out the code for it.
Don't squirt, boys. Be men. Don't pump it behind the dump.
You commented on one of my live streams about sexual energy, and you brought that up or something. So I guess now we're talking about it. But what did you want to talk about?
Yeah, because you guys were saying something about energy, and I think it was Zen who mentioned sexual energy. And I'm like, sexual energy. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Like, now we're getting into it.
So what did you think about that? What were your thoughts on that?
Man, honestly, I can't remember the whole conversation.
I want to know too. What the fuck is that?
Okay,
about?
so here's my thoughts on it. And my thoughts are different than what most people are gonna say. Well, see, when we do stuff like watch porn or have sex randomly and stuff like that, what you do is you take your energy and you link it to all of these people and you link it to all of these different frequencies, and you pollute your own energy. And so you get all these attachments, you get all these negative entities that come and feed off of you, and they suck your energy. And so the key is that you don't want to waste your sexual energy on random people or random experiences, because it's so powerful. It is literally, it creates worlds. It can create a human being. So it can create a whole world. So by learning to just like only release or only use it when you are doing it in a loving frequency, you can manifest things with sex magic or sexual energy.
Wow. You use masturbation as a way to talk to God? That's awesome.
Well,
I bet. Because the second you release that energy, it's all gone. It's out of your body and it's into the ether. And then what happens the second that it releases, something comes and feeds off that energy because it's nice and fresh.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing the.
What happens technically is that you're around a girl, or you're around a man, or a man around a man. You're very sexually attractive, and you're building up that sexual tension. What happens when you can't release it? Where she turns you down, or you call it blue balls.
The blue balls.
Will that explode?
See, actually, that is the best thing that can happen to you, because listen. Well, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. So what you have to do, there's a technique called Egyptian anking. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but
share with us. What is
this technique is basically where her sexual energy and your sexual energy basically make a figure 8. So they're going into each other, but they're both reaching the peak. So instead of going out of your genitals, they're both going up to your spine, to your pineal glands, and both activating at the same time. And you're creating the Ankh symbol within your energy. So it's unlimited energy. So you never release it, and it constantly circuits between both of you, and you charge both of each other up at the same time. And so that's like a not like a physical orgasm. It's not even edging. It's deeper than edging. Edging is like masturbation word or something.
Yeah, that's your Phoebe Cates moment. The Phoebe Cates moment. Oh God. Oh.
See, but that's not the point.
God.
You're not trying to get off. You're trying to build that energy up to your peak of your consciousness and bring it up there, and then have an astral body orgasm where you actually pop out of your body. You can have so much sexual energy with somebody that they knock you out of your physical body into another dimension, into the astral world.
Is that the same thing where you heard like some women or some men said they actually release themselves without even touching themselves?
That's more like when you're not able to control. So it's so built up, but it just releases instantly. That's what I think you're talking about there.
Yeah, the Kama Sutra, right? The Kama Sutra.
Yeah, those are basically.
I had that book. I had the Kama Sutra book.
Awesome.
I'm not joking. I was curious. I picked up the Kama Sutra. It's a type of yoga. It's
yes.
All, and I was like, holy schmolies, holy cow. Look at the wow. How is that even possible? What is all this? I mean, it's all sustaining too for long periods of energy. You're seriously channeling long. It's not like you're not doing the fucking like the 5-second whoopee. You're not getting it out. You're like doing the tantric. God damn.
Because what you're doing is you're building it. You're slowly increasing the voltage of your energy and your partner's energy together. And then at the very end, you can either choose to release it in and think of the same thing at the same time. And then that will manifest like instantly, like literally instantly into your reality. Because
to save the economy, we kind of need sexual energy because it's going to take a baby boom to save the economy.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, but the way that Americans have sex is not like they're wasting it. Like they could, okay. So if you think about the Greek mythology and like those stories about how the gods, when they have sex or something, like they birth a being and it's like a creator being.
Yes,
that's us. Okay.
Yeah.
If you think about it, like they're like talking about how their sexual energy is so powerful that they create this being that like pops out and is like able to control the elements or whatever, or work with energy, or like become like a superhuman or a demigod. Like that is us. That's how much sexual energy you have.
Yeah, don't forget now, people out there, he's correct in the mythology 1000%. What he's failed to mention is that we'll use Zeus for an example. Zeus cannot, and he's done it before and fucked up. You cannot show your human form. So he has to come at you in the form of an animal, of an element, of something else, but he can't. He can have his machismo voice and be suave Zeus. However, Zeus can't represent himself. He's got to be a bull. Remember the mythology with the bull as a gal that she made it with. She put herself in a bull's container outfit, so because she fell in love with an actual bull, which was Zeus. Zeus had come to women in the form of freaking eagles, all kinds of different elements. I think Buddha, before he was Buddha, his mother, immaculate conception, they would call it, but she actually slept with an elephant, a white elephant. Let's just face it. Who was the white elephant, right? In her dream, she was pregnant. There was no reason for it. The man didn't do it, but she had a dream about sleeping with a white elephant. Now, the white elephant was, in fact, a god. So God likes to make it like an elephant, like keeping it weird like that. It's kind of a weird thing. And then they become, like I said, demigods, like exactly what you said. Demigods. Yeah.
Well, I feel bad for this one guy. He wrote 12 years without coming makes you advance spirituality.
Oh, dude. I don't know.
What happens, I can tell you from experience, is that you build up a lot of energy, but it also turns into this aggression, like this, almost like this anger, because there's so much energy. It's like you're like a loaded gun, and you can just like, everyone in the room feels it when you have that much energy built up.
Yeah.
So
stick with chastity, and then you can walk around with like man candy machismo, just like the old knights. The old knights in the day would take a vow of chastity just to have that magic built up in them. I mean, they get the science here, but the actual, the chastity of it, they get that power, that fucking girl, like, I can walk away from you anytime I want.
Yeah, you
Magic.
become invincible. Straight up. You become straight up invincible. It's not even a joke.
Well, you remember, Eric, I don't know if you remember in football, you probably remember Tanuja in fucking any sport, the coach always says, do not rub one out. Do not lay with whatever you're laying with. Do not let it go. We need full energy 100% of the time, 100% of the fucking game. And the coaches have been saying it for years since I was a kid. Hey, guys, I don't know how to tell you this, but if you can not walk the dog this weekend before the game, that would be cool. If you're not, walk the dog.
I think my lacrosse coach used to tell me that.
Don't you remember in the Rocky movies, Mickey, Rocky, women, weaken legs.
They weaken your legs, they weaken your arms, they weaken your thought. You're just relaxed. Everything's gone.
Yeah.
We're going to go throw,
I've always said that I'm a born-again virgin.
You are. You are that. I can see that. Every day you wake up. You get older and older.
We got some wonderful more people that jumped in the chat. Where's the Curve jumped in. Rose 777 is in. She's awesome. Queen of Swords. Spirit Sealed. So no, that's interesting. But how can I convince like my wife if I want to try to use the sexual energy like it's a good thing in a way to?
Well, you gotta teach her about it. So you gotta explain to her what the point is and show her the benefits and try to explain to her like, look, we can build something together instead of just like having this lazy sex or whatever. We can have this insane experience that's gonna be like multi-dimensional. And I don't know if she's into anything conscious or spirituality. Like is she asleep or is she awake? Or what's up with her?
True. It's like the movie Moonlighting with Bruce Willis.
Now, one of your videos I was interested in is you did a video called "The Truth About Conspiracy Theories."
Cool.
What were you talking about? The truth about conspiracy theories.
So basically, with conspiracy theories, so many people. I'm kind of forgetting the gist of the video, but I think what I was talking about is so many people focus on conspiracy theories like it's the only thing that matters. Like, because people kept asking me, they're like, "What are you gonna do when the martial law comes, or when people are like forcing you to take vaccines?" And I'm like, or when they put up all the 5G towers, and I'll just get the same stupid comment every single video. Like the same person will write the same comment on the video, and I'm just like, why do you even bother asking me this question? So my answer was that video, and I was saying that conspiracy theories are fun, but don't let them get to your head because they're not really that important. It doesn't matter. Like we were talking about this before the show, and this is gonna trigger everybody in the chat right now. So I'm just gonna put that warning. It doesn't fucking matter if the Earth is flat or round. Okay, it doesn't change. It doesn't change who you are. It doesn't change much. Yes, there's a fundamental aspect to it, but you gotta stop chasing these conspiracy theories, thinking that they're the only thing that's important. You're getting lost in a narrative where you think like, oh, martial law is gonna happen. The government's gonna vaccinate us, all this stuff. It's all nonsense. It's all mental masturbation because you're afraid to just face your normal reality where you're like, oh, I have bills to pay. I have to go to work and do all this stuff. So instead you go into the conspiracy theory concept where you're like, I'm going to ignore all that stuff and just pretend like the government is a liar and, everyone's evil and I'm going to be vaccinated. The world's ending. It's a way to escape. It's escapism.
So
that's
basically like just make sure you have an open mind of everything. Just don't put all your apples in one little theory. Your whole life is one theory. Make sure you have an open mind.
Exactly.
And listen to everything because I get that. Like when Bob and I would start doing this show, we didn't want to concentrate just all on Mandela effect all the time. Mandela effect because it gets boring. It could get you want to open your mind to paranormal, Matrix world because we don't really know what's really true out there. We think we know what's true, the facts that we get. I mean, we could be, like you said, we could be in a Matrix world right now and the AI is controlling us. Or Bob, we've died and we're living in a virtual reality, in a different reality. I mean, we really don't know.
Yeah, I just totally fucking took a vacation to everything. Fuck it, man. As soon as my shit went upside down, everything's upside down here. Everything's upside down to me. I mean, I might be psychotic. I guess I'm mentally ill. I don't fucking know because again, with the green light on the bottom or on top, or it's up. The green light is on the bottom now, and the red light it's switched. There's no fucking way. I don't. The lion doesn't lay with a lamb. It's a fucking wolf. I mean, it's the basics on top. That's all I need, man. I ain't home.
Even right now, people in the chat, they're saying like, "Oh, flat Earth is essential. Flat Earth is essential." Yes, it's essential. But when you make it your entire life, where it's all you think about all day long, it's like you're brainwashing yourself into the conspiracy theory. It may be true. I'm pretty sure it is true. But do I go around like looking at other people like, oh, the Earth is flat? They don't know the Earth is flat. They're so stupid. That's like the mentality that some people have about these conspiracies. Like, oh, they don't know that they're going to be vaccinated, or they don't know that the coronavirus isn't real. Just live your life. Like, if you have a theory or you have knowledge about how things actually are, why are you making it your mission to just constantly bombard other people with your theories? That's just the way I feel, you know?
No, and listen, people, don't think we're thinking in one way. I mean, Matrix Unveiled came on a show before and told us he thinks NASA is false. It's all fake.
Yeah.
So don't take what we're saying like we're changing our thoughts. You know, we all think that the world's flat and stuff. And Sean, your comment, the flat Earth helped me wake up, and that's awesome. That's great. Yep. And it's just you're just saying, just make sure you keep yourself open to everything. Just don't shut yourself off to one little thing, because then you're missing out. Basically, you're missing out on life itself too.
Katarina's comment is perfect. How does it affect our day to day talking about conspiracy theories? That's exactly what it is. Like, you're talking about how there's going to be martial law, or you think that you're going to have to be vaccinated. How does that affect your day-to-day life? Is that actually happening? This was what I was making in the video. I was like, look, I go outside every single day. There's not a single person outside. Everybody's too afraid because of all the conspiracy theories. So I don't see anybody getting vaccinated. I don't see any martial law. I don't see any government, military or anything like that. It's pretty calm. The birds are chirping. The dogs are barking. The sun is shining. You know, like it's a pretty chill.
I really like it.
What?
When you were saying, like, I'm thinking it, I really like it. I don't want to. I feel bad for saying that, people. I'm sorry. I fucking love this.
Yeah.
I don't. They keep it going. I'm not affected by. I feel bad for people that are fucking not being able to. I had a job. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm no bum. I fucking worked my ass off my whole goddamn life. Everyone knows my history. I got a heart attack at the fucking Museum of Flight. I sold my house, everything. I'm on the road with my fucking backpack. I have been nothing but fun. And then the virus breaks in. The coronavirus 19. What's 19? AI. There we go. I'm doing nothing but codes. I'm breaking fucking code. Everything with the Mandela effect is, to me, is not a change that people feel, oh my God. No, it's a code. So I get to sit back and fucking decipher the code as a hobby. And then all of a sudden I see the lockdown. I'm like, awesome. I'm out in the streets. Ain't nobody out. I'm out at 3 a.m, not being harassed. I've never not been harassed at 3 a.m. walking the streets. It's beautiful. The birds are out. There's no planes.
Yeah.
There's no planes.
Yeah, Bob, just like Kelly FE just wrote right here. People need to go out and enjoy the outside.
If you have the Mandela effect, if you have the flat earth effect, if you have whatever effect you have, you need to go enjoy this shit, man. The cops are harassing. Then get the fuck out of the park in the city. Get out of the fucking city. Go to the countryside. There's no cops in the countryside. There's nobody out in the countryside. There's a beautiful fucking plane of grass. There's no more planes. You can sit back and just love it. There's animals walking the streets. There's a problem with animals and forest animals coming into the fucking towns. I don't know. It's beautiful to me, man. I've never seen so many birds come right up to the house. Fucking animals coming up to the houses, man. This is, if you have the effect and you're outside of the fear matrix, as Tadu says, you're not in the fear matrix anymore. You're an observant of the matrix, but you're not in it. Remove the fear off, and now go out and enjoy it. This is for us. God, to me, God gave us as a gift. There's a person who runs this house that went to the hospital, would not have lived had it not been for the fucking virus, because this person had 100% attention at the hospital, and this place is free fucking healthcare. So every time I went to the hospital here, it was packed from front to back with people. You would not see a doctor for 8 hours. Person walked straight in, got medical attention, and this person would have died had not got that. I said, congratulations, you were saved because of the fucking Verona or whatever coronavirus. Because there was nothing but doctor's attention. Can I help you? Can I help you? All over this one person. Of course it's fake.
Yeah. And you can still spread your message, what you believe in. Spread your message. That should never end. But just make sure you also enjoy the little things in life.
The little things.
I like what you said right there. Like, and that's what I said in my video too. It's like, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's the fear matrix. That's what it is. It's like, how can we pull you back into the fear matrix? Oh, it's the draconians. Oh, it's the martial law. Oh, it's the vaccines. It's like, it's all you don't see. Like, it's literally all the same game. They're just playing a different game on you. Oh, it's Bill Gates. Does that mean that all that stuff is irrelevant? No. But when you get stuck in that frequency, it's like you can't live your life.
Yeah. Be positive and enjoy life.
It's easy now. It's fun, man. It's so fun. There's nobody on the roads.
I know.
Eric's talking about me. I got to get to the fucking airport in London from where I'm at. And it's a several hour drive, but there's no traffic. No, I can get down there in 2.5 hours to 3 hours. No problem. There is no traffic. When I go somewhere, there's no traffic. Hey, let's go check out this monolith before I leave for the States. I have no problem. Now, normally it takes about 2.5 hours. Dude, it takes an hour and a half and nobody on the road.
Yeah, it could take an hour if you drove you faster.
Yeah. And then you could speed. There's no cops. They're too busy in the town making sure you don't sit on benches. Who fucking cares about the city? You go out in the country, nobody there. No planes. There's animals everywhere. It's like, this is paradise, how it would be. I wish people would just stay in their houses.
Yeah. I love it. I'm on the roads, essential speeding.
Oh, yeah. You could speed now, man.
This is an essential service.
Well, like Bob, here's a good example. Brian Staveley's in California.
Oh, he's having a good time.
Okay, he's on his vacation. Even on his vacation, he's making videos, but he's having fun doing his videos.
How is he on vacation right now?
He was showing what's going on in the world, but he's having fun doing it. That's what I'm doing. You gotta have fun doing it.
He's doing what I'm doing. He went from the East Coast and fuck it, I'm sitting on my ass. I've got the time, the opportunity, and he's got a platform to talk about it. And he went all the way there. He met up with some gal, some friends of his. Now he's chilling in Cali, having a great fucking time. California. He's probably having a great fucking time.
People with the mask on.
He's smoking that good weed too.
Yeah.
Smoking the best weed. Oh fuck!
But the thing is, he's giving his message, but he's having fun doing it.
Oh God!
And that's all we're saying. That's all everybody's saying here. Nobody's saying nothing's not real.
Yeah.
Find somebody you trust with the Mandela effect. Somebody you connect with, whatever you trust 100%. You've had messages. Don't just go to someone's fucking house. But if you trust somebody, even in another country, man, if you can manage to get a flight there, if you can manage to get a fucking flight there, or wherever you go there, grab a backpack, grab your shit, go hang out with that person. Go find another person to go and go enjoy that area. That person, go. Those of you with the Mandela effect or flat Earth effect or whatever effect you have, the David Bowie effect, douchebag effect, go somewhere. Go somewhere.
Yeah. See, right there, what Flat Earth Accord says. That's what the New World Order wants. They want you to depopulate. That's nonsense, man. That's nonsense, bro. Like, what are you talking about? What New World Order? What depopulation agenda? They would have killed us by now.
Easily.
Why would they kill their slaves? Their slaves are the ones that make the economy go for them. If they lose all their slaves, they don't have anyone. They're not masters of anyone if they kill everybody, right? They like their slaves.
They're not better than God.
They can have quiet paradise. What do you mean quiet paradise? What kind of quiet paradise will they want?
I think Brian's going home on Monday. Yeah, I think he's leaving on Monday too. Yeah, and I just say don't give in to fear. Talk your truth, have fun, don't let anybody win. Don't be that person. Even when this thing is lifted up, you're always gonna wear a mask now. You're never gonna shake somebody's hand. Come on, man. We gotta get back to normal. Dude, I got a concert in fucking September I want to go to. I don't want to get canceled because everybody's afraid.
I like it the way it is.
You know what's gonna save this country? I'm saying this. It's gonna save this fucking country. The NFL. Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone's going to want football
I'm
back.
serious. NFL football is going to save this country. Because listen, me and Bob has gone to a lot of football games. You ain't going to keep football fans away from the alleys, barbecuing food, getting drunk, getting stupid, throwing up on each other, going to the stadium. Football is going to save this country. You watch.
However, now, Eric, now, you know, and I started you on it, and I almost feel bad for doing it now. Eric's watching the game, and I've done this more than once. Eric's watching the game. Now, you'll love this, Tanush. You'll love this. I was watching the game, and I was watching it get down to it. I said, Eric, it's going to end at 13 there. It's going to end. He's going to do this, and it's going to end at 13. Eric's like, huh? Okay, watching the game. He comes out, how'd you know that, man? It ended on 13. I said, because now you can predict the game.
Yep.
The numerology fucking thing now. I can't not predict the game. I've done it too many times now. Okay, so this person's going to go for a pass because we'll need this number to line up on this one, which will come out to 5 plus 8 will come out to 13. So we're going to need this person. You literally can do the math. I'm not fucking lying. Now ask Eric. Eric, we're walking out to drop me off at the airport. Eric wanted to stay a couple seconds behind to watch the fucking game. I went outside. I said, yeah, it's going to be a 13 on that score. Now, the end Super Bowl happened. Well, what was the score on the Super Bowl? It all came out to a numerical value. Probably people don't remember anymore. But if someone looks up the scores of the Super Bowl game, put it in the sidebar, and just take a couple of seconds to look at it and add it up, you're going to see 13 and a 13.
That's hilarious, man.
I predicted it way before it happened.
Now, Bob, you're in the UK, in those countries. Now, we all know they love soccer. So if they have a soccer event next week, do you think
football more than the fucking football back in the States?
Do you think people are not going to show up to a soccer game if they had one next week?
Oh man,
they won't go. These
people
don't think
won't
go.
No. What they'll have is
fans are the most fanatic fans in the world.
They won't go.
They will have tape for the spots where everyone's going to be standing like 6
feet. I'm saying you didn't. They had no tape, and they said you could come if you want.
No.
I would go
unless they allow them to have the people in England comply 100% to the rules, with the exception of those people that are awake. I'm gonna give them an exception. Those that are awake, those of you in England know who you are. You're awake. You won't. You're like, what the fuck? The other people, and they'll agree with me. The people in England will agree with me. They're very compliant here. They're not like the States. They are 100% compliant. Mm-hmm. They will stay there, and they're happy. They're not unhappy. They're very happy with their 6 feet. They're walking in couples with 6 feet. Families will meet each other. They will stop, and then two will come together to have a conversation. They'll back up, like they're playing like what's that called? Something come over. You know, like the game you play. That game come over. I can't remember what it's called. Something come over. Anyway, so they're coming over. They're meeting. They're backing up. Next person will go over to crossway. They'll say hi. They'll back up. They're doing their 6 feet without any anger. They are just doing it. They're programmed. They're 100% into the thing. No. So the football games open up. They're going to open them up. They're thinking about televised only because everyone's in their house. So they're going to have televised only, and they're going to change the new rules so you can have more family members together in the house. So because of the games, So you're allowed to have more family members. You have to be family only. Can be in the house more members. And they will do some fucking thing where if one family will have it at this house and they will rotate each other's, they'll figure a way to do it. So it's in Scotland. They will figure a way to do it, but they are compliant. I know it sounds weird.
I believe it. People
they're happy compliant. Yeah.
US has a little bit more like rebellious nature to it, especially like the Southerners, or the people that are less liberal, I guess you could call it.
The rednecks.
The rednecks, they're not about listening to the government. They're like, man, fuck the government.
That's the life anyway.
Americans, we're going. I mean,
I'm in UK, Scotland. Yeah, that person knows exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah, Americans, they've got their rednecks, but that's been their agenda anyway. They wake up that way. I fucking hate you because you're black. I hate you because you're, I hate you because you're a Jew. That's their life anyway. That's what they enjoy it. That makes them happy. It's their butter on their bread. If they can make some other nationality person miserable for the day. I did it. I tripped the black today. He fell down and hit his face.
This could end out in an all-out civil war 2.0. The civil war of the 20s.
I took a Jew's toothbrush. I rubbed it all up and over my penis like this, and I put it back into his drawer. It was pretty.
That's hilarious.
I kicked the homosexual in the butt.
Well, I asked just not anybody from the chat, but I asked Voynich if he doesn't mind jumping on real quick. I like to hear his point of view of like sports events, and since he's lives and born and was raised over there, to hear his side. That'd be pretty awesome. Oh, here he is. There he is. Hey,
Awesome.
Oh, good
Voynich,
God.
the question is for you. Now you're born and raised over there where you're at. If they at the end.
Mexico,
Say
right? Are you
tomorrow,
Mexico?
we're going to open up a big soccer football game tomorrow. Would people go to the game if there's no restrictions? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, definitely they would go. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
They would go.
Yeah, there's a lot of people afraid here, I think, and a lot of people ill-informed. But I think everybody would just go. Yeah.
Cool.
Now,
Well,
but how far apart where you're from than where Bob's from? Maybe they're two different cultures.
Well, we're on the island. He's out
Oh
there.
yeah. Yeah, we're very different cultures. Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
difficult.
and very, very much like we also share a lot of commonalities, and there's also a lot of similarities between England and the Dutch, but there's also many differences. Yeah.
I don't know how long you've been watching the show today.
Just now.
I'm very curious of your opinion about sexual energy.
Oh, God.
Sexual energy. Oh, I think I'm the one to ask, right? Because I'm such a sexy motherfucker. What do we want to?
Of all the people to ask, man, go ahead, answer that question. I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
He just asked me, what about sexual energy? Well, I got some for us. I got some.
Okay.
What to do with it?
just don't release it on the show.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's okay. You got my
John
word.
M. Just now
That's
too.
good.
I'm in the wood. All right, John M's here. Now,
We'll
let's
get you
look
a
at some
microwave
other
avocado.
videos.
Okay?
Matrix. Now, Matrix, your last video says the hidden agenda of social distancing. What's the hidden agenda?
So I was basically talking about how, the purpose is they want to get people away from human contact and from human interaction because they want to make us more reliant on our technology to interact. So it's almost like becoming like a cyberpunk kind of vibe or just a total digital kind of vibe. They're trying to cut us away from human interaction. Human interaction is when we feel energy, we feel warmth, we feel presence, we feel interaction. Whereas now we're containing all of our interactions over the internet, over just these little boxes that are just, enslaving us. And that's another way to control the narrative. Because if you have these boxes, everyone stays away from each other. You just listen to your box. The box is being fed information by the news. It's just a very clean system now. You can feel it. Like there's no more thinking because when you're around other people, you think, you create groups, you create rebellions, you create ideas. But now it's like, listen to your little box. Go sit with your box. Go bond with your box. Go bond with your little toy. This is all you need for your life. This thing right here.
I like what a Flat Accord Music wrote. That's true, and that's no way to live. And that's not a way to live.
I can't follow up.
Balance. So, technology is amazing because we can talk to other people far away from us, like we're talking right now. But you got to have human interaction in your life. You can't be afraid to go to your neighbor's house and talk to your neighbors, because ultimately, if they get us all divided, that is going to be what's going to be our own downfall. If we have our own neighborhood fighting against each other or not coming together, that's what's our downfall. The lack of community, not the virus, not the martial law, not all that stuff. It is a lack of community that will cause destruction within us.
You know, what I've been seeing is young people are the ones that are still going out meeting people. They're still going out having parties, and it's the older people that are giving in to all this fucking fear. Like I said that one day, I was watching CNN one day, and here's a commercial. Have you killed somebody today? What kind of fear factor is that? Trying to make you feel guilty that if you walk outside and you accidentally give somebody a virus and they kill an older person, it's your fault? What?
Yeah, that's a joke.
I like it at nighttime. The youth are out. I'm not fucking lying, man. I'll do a late night walk with a dog. I'm walking a dog. Everyone walks a dog in England. Pedigree dogs. And then a dude, I saw him twice already. He'd walk by and I smelled weed. Head down, he'd walk, an English kid walked by and I said, hey. He got scared for a second. I said, can I get a hit? No, this thing. He come back and said, I'm American, man. You're fucking fine. Took a big hit off and handed it back. Thank you very much. The youth are walking around and sneaking out of their house. They're smoking weed. They're taking their walks in the evening smoking pot. And they're meeting up. They're meeting up in the parks. They're all walking their dogs. They're meeting in the parks, smoking up. They're actually enjoying it.
Yeah.
They're not good.
What are you seeing in your area?
What's that?
I was asking the same question of Voynich.
Yeah. What do you mean? What do I see in my area?
Do you see that young people saying, fuck everybody, I'm still going out? Like they're more brave than older people are right now.
Well, well, today I ran into a boomer that was walking away in the supermarket, and I just he blocked the way, so I just, I'm a skinny motherfucker, so I would just pass through any tiny hole that I can see. So I just passed him, and he said, well, that's too close. That's not my 6 feet.
Oh,
and
my
God. I just started laughing like, wow, man, you watch too many movies, you watch too many television. And he just looked at me, well, how about you with your long hair? I said, yeah, that's the reaction that I need, motherfucker. So I just grabbed my groceries and I just continued. And then I walked into the boomer again. And I told him, like, what do you mean with your 6 feet? Well, don't you know about Corona? I said, yeah, I know about the virus, dude. I know that you don't know what a virus is, do you? He said, well, I know what a virus is. I said, no, you don't. Because if you knew what a virus was, you would not be afraid of me. So, you fucking ill-informed, scared motherfucker, you ought not to be telling me what is a virus and what not. And if you start talking to me again, I'm going to tell you what a virus is. So you better just shut up, motherfucker. So that's the way I react to that baby boomer.
Well, what I hate is now when you watch the news now they're spreading it. There's going to be a second wave, third wave. They're trying to. You got to think about this. News channels are getting their biggest ratings ever because people are home watching the news. So they want you to be in fear because they want your ratings. They want you to stay home and watch their stuff. Because if you try to live life where there's going to be a second wave and third wave, then
everybody's digging it, Eric. Everybody's digging it, and like the young guys who wash down my the shopping carts in front of the supermarket, right? And whenever I get the chance, I don't take the shopping cart. Like if they're not very strict in that moment, I would just enter the supermarket without a shopping cart. But today I entered the supermarket with a shopping cart, and I just grabbed a dirty cart out of the dirty row, right? and the guy cleaning all the shopping carts was saying, sir, you must take a clean cart. I said, no, man, I must take a dirty cart. I take the dirty carts, okay? And he looked at me like, oh man, this guy's gonna be sick. And I looked at him like, no, man, I'm just gonna buy some beers, okay?
Yeah.
And then I exited the supermarket, and he addressed me like, sir, next time you must take a clean card.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, he's hardly dry behind the ears. Okay, he's still fucking wet behind the ears. Like,
Titty milk.
right? The titty milk, right?
Is it titty milk card guy?
Yeah, titty milk card man, right?
There's
And so I told him, listen, guy, you dude, what the fuck? You're still wet behind the ears, and you think you can tell me what I should be afraid of and not? He said, yes, sir. I said, okay, that's nice. But I talk loud, I talk loud. And everybody around me it was like I stopped time. Everybody around me stopped walking, stopped talking, and just started looking at me making a conversation with this titty milk shopping cart guy, right? and I said to them, while walking away, like, you don't know what a virus is, guy. I know what it is. And I explained it to him, like, very shortly, like, a virus is, I get a cut in my hand or in my arm. I stitch on a plaster. How do you call it? A Band-Aid. And everybody with a Band-Aid is so-called viral. And you think that everybody with a Band-Aid is wearing a virus. But that's not the case. Everybody with a Band-Aid is protecting themselves from getting infected from the outside.
Oh.
And, and he just stood there like,
was he still
a breather? Like a mouth breather. A mouth breather, right?
Was he still in a swaddling blanket? Is he a little bit of the milk was right here? He had a swaddling blanket.
Almost.
Well, guys, there's a video that I have to ask the Matrix Unveiled about, because this is going to help Voynich out. It's a video that you made. Now, Voynich, you have to listen to about this video, because this is going to help you out. The video I'm talking about is called "How to Find True Love, Soulmates, and Twin."
He needs
so
that
how
one.
can Voynich find true love?
I need that, Tanuj. How do I find true love, man? Tell me.
The key is to attract love from within yourself. So if you're chasing love, which many of us have done in our lifetimes, where we think there's this soulmate or this person that we meet and we're like, this person is perfect, and we chase her, and it's always like a feeling of they're like running away from you, because that's what chasing is. You're not getting what you want. So maybe you're in a really good relationship and then something happens, and the key is that if you stop doing all that crap and you start focusing on your purpose, your soul mission, your reason for existence, you create this positive frequency. And so the way the masculine and the feminine energies work are, the positive frequency is what is creating action, and the feminine energy is what is creating connection and bonding. So if you're a guy and you are trying to look for your female counterpart and you are trying to find a relationship, you're in the feminine energy. So you will never attract a female that you are looking for. You will attract a masculine female. If you're a guy and you go to your purpose, then you will attract a feminine energy, a feminine woman that is meant to be part of your connection. And then the way it works is that the woman is the one that initiates the relationship and maintains that relationship and keeps it connected, and you just do your purpose and you just follow through with your masculine energy. That's the way it's meant to be. And so if you study the movies from like the 70s, the 80s, you will always see it was all the girls chasing the guys, right? That's always how it's been. And then there's new 2000 era where all the guys start chasing the girls, putting the guys in their feminine energy, making them look like little bitches.
What if it's a guy chasing a guy?
Little bitch.
Well, everyone's going to have a masculine and feminine energy. So whichever one of those guys is going to be more in their masculine, more in their feminine energy. That's the way it works.
Yeah,
So,
you can't say nice ass.
Yeah, that helped a lot, Tanuj.
Voynich, do you love yourself? Do you love yourself, Voynich?
Start with loving yourself first.
No, I don't love myself enough. I would take care of myself better if I loved myself. I would clean my house. I would clean my house more often. I really need this. I need a cleaning lady to take part of my female side. Actually,
Loving yourself,
it's as simple as that.
Energy.
Sorry, what's that, Eric? I
I'm saying
missed
if
it.
you start loving yourself, you can start creating more of that sexual energy for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even more? Come on.
Even more.
Come on.
Yeah. Start loving yourself. I'm ambidextrous. I love myself twice.
I knew he was gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that. As soon as you said that,
0-0. What is that supposed to mean?
I'm sitting on my hand to do this. I'm gonna do
it's
a
like
stranger.
it's like eyeballs. Like, oh, I see now.
No, but it's totally true, Tanui. I remember myself going out, just being fucking confident. Just being fucking confident.
It's a great comment,
Because-
Brianna.
Just like being so confident, like tonight I'm just gonna hit a girl, okay? And I just entered the bar. I ordered a beer. I didn't even look where the girls were. And somebody tapped me on the shoulder, like, hey, my sister wants to meet you. And I was
Nice.
like, what? And there was this blonde girl, and I was thinking at myself, like, if your sister has dark hair, I'm hers. And her sister had dark hair and big boobies and big hips, and I said, yeah, okay.
Hey,
No,
but Kelly FB says, I will help to clean when I come over. So I guess Kelly's going to help clean it out.
Oh, that's
Kelly
cool.
coming over. No, I've noticed you put comments twice, dude. So I think you got a little crush in there. I don't know.
Love yourself, boy, at least once a day. See? People are telling you, boy, love yourself.
Well, I cook for myself. I like to I like cooking, and I like to have a nice house. I also get depressed or just aggravated, and I'm just a dirty old man, and it's common for old men not to take so much care in cleaning. So yeah, it's a common thing.
Porn star. Boy, you should be a porn star, eh?
Well, you're better than Meyer in the sidebar, apparently.
Here's an opinion for make sure reveal. One of your videos, you also have a video about where is it? About what to do about 5G. What are you talking about? What you should do? What do you mean about the 5G?
So this was in relation to the conspiracy theory videos, because I swear, man, I will have people every day message me about this, and it just gets annoyed. It gets annoying to me because my opinion is the same. So finally made a video on it. And the truth is that 5G, yes, it's detrimental. Yes, it can affect you. Should you be worrying about it? No. And I talk about how you can strengthen your energy field, how you can strengthen your consciousness, and make sure. So if you understand you're in a matrix, if you understand the ability of your soul, it's like being Neo in being the one in the matrix. Okay, that's the way I'm relating it, so people understand that are new to what I'm saying. What does Neo worry about? The agents? Does Neo worry about I don't even know what else is in the Matrix movie, like the machines or whatever? No, he's the one. He reprograms them. He can stop them. So when you raise your consciousness, when you activate yourself, your energy fields, you can negate those frequencies. You don't worry about 5G because you realize it's a matrix and you're the consciousness. So you don't have to worry about just some freaking tower that's beaming frequencies, whereas everyone else is freaking out because they don't know who they are. They don't know how much juice they have, how much energy they have. So they are concerned about, getting radiation poisoning or having damage to their DNA and stuff like that. Whereas I'm just saying the same cycle. They're getting stuck in that same shit that me and Dr. Wu were talking about, where it's like, you're just in the fear, man. You're in the fear again.
You see him sitting there with a fucking glutton ass with a big bag of nasty ass chips. The goddamn 5G gonna kill you.
Exactly.
With a Kool-Aid from the fucking tap water that he's pulling out, all that nasty ass rust floating in it, and they're worried about 5G. I'm like, seriously, you should take a look at yourself first.
Exactly.
I see people, I look at them, why are you, number one, you need to go brush your teeth and worry about your fucking hygiene before 5G. You know what I'm saying? I see people out there, I'm like, what are you talking about? Use a fucking laundry service and then worry about 5G. What's wrong with you?
Bob, you know what people need to worry about? On Matrix channel, there's 2 videos with our face on it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I think I think he's losing subs right now for having our face on there.
You're welcome.
Actually, I've gotten emails and comments and messages saying we love the hillbilly spirituality. That's what they call it, hillbilly spirituality.
Awesome.
Actually, I was just looking at your videos right here. You have one that says fear and a sickness. What's that one about?
That was talking about the early days of the virus when it first was coming out. And that video, of course, did very well because I'm talking about fear. And everyone gets a big old heart on when you mention fear. Like that one has like the most views, like 70 likes or something instantly. And it was just a video I did off my phone. And I was talking about the same thing, like fear is an illusion. Stop believing it. Stop masturbating to this idea. And the thing is, I have friends that watch my videos that I know personally, and they're like, dude, 5G, dude, the virus, dude, martial law. I'm like, shut up. I'm gonna smack you because you're not getting it.
Yeah.
Now, what about this one? You have one that says the Matrix collapse and what to do. What do you mean about the Matrix going to collapse and what can we do?
What is that?
The Matrix collapse. I think that was a long time ago. Okay, I think what we were talking about was just when the beginning of the situation happened, when everybody was shutting down. So, all the countries and stuff were shutting down. And so I think that was on my broadcast show, TFR, Truth Frequency Radio Live. And so I was talking with two of my friends, and we were just talking about the steps that people need to take during this time, which is to connect to nature, which is to get your energy up, get your vibration high. Correct. So that way you don't have to worry about 5G. You don't have to worry about the virus because your immune system gets so much stronger when you activate your soul. And it's just silly to me how, I don't even think about these topics on a daily basis because my reality is it's not even in that idea that there's like a virus. Like it's not real. It's not real. It's not real.
Well, you know what, dude? No. I told Bob every Monday I see the same homeless people outside my wife's workplace, and if they don't give a fuck, they're not getting the virus. And if you don't care, you probably won't get it.
Well, the homeless people here,
not getting it. They're touching everything.
Well, the homeless here are doing great because they got hotels. They actually gave them rooms. The virus has benefited the homeless in England where I'm at.
Wow, really?
They've got hotel rooms.
Not in Washington. They don't got
nothing. That's fucked up, man. They don't give them rooms. They should give them fucking rooms then.
No, they're still in the corners in the same place every week.
Yeah. No wonder they love it over here. The fucking homeless have never had it so fucking nice.
Well, what is your area? What are they doing with the homeless?
Good question.
There's hardly any homeless around me. I live in a very in a very nice area with lots of people, and I live in Jehovah's Witness hub. Okay, so everybody around me just looks fine and is pretending to be the best human around because they want to be in Jehovah's 144,000. So there's no homeless people around me. There's junk. I know junkies, I know dealers, and they are still around.
Brian Stables, you said we can't find the homeless here. No action at the hotels they say they are at. Like I said, I'm seeing the exact same homeless people. I'm just saying they're just walking around like nothing, like they're not sick or anything. So, Well,
I mean, and okay, so if he's saying that now, I have. And when he said, I have not went to the fucking hotels to see if they're there. Now, Brian's saying that he went to the fucking places where they're supposed to be at. They're not there. Then we got a whole new story. I don't know that.
Brian's the type of dude to go right there and give it to a homeless guy. Like, here you go.
We went there and filmed yesterday. No one around but staff.
Okay, there's a whole new ball of wax.
Huh. Now, like Bob, remember, this is the United States, and you said you're the UK, so it could be different in the UK versus here because
he's doing like I'm doing. So that's why I'm listening to Brian if he says that, because he's with his feet. Now, I went out to England on my feet and went to London on my feet. I went to fucking France on my feet. So if he's talking about some stuff with his feet, I'm going to listen to it. So I mean, I hope people do the same when I talk about stuff because I'm on my feet running around looking at things from the outside, actually telling you things from an anthropological point of view. So if they're not in those hotels that they're talking about, then I don't know what the fuck's going on.
I guess Salsa
Good
City
job.
go to Tent City.
So there's like homeless people in hotels, and there's criminals on the street. I mean,
Sounds about right.
and everybody's sick. Everybody that is sick is quarantined, and everybody that's not sick is also quarantined. But criminals are out on the street, and homeless people are given hotels. What part that I just said doesn't make sense? I mean, every part, right? It just doesn't make any sense at all.
Nothing.
This person wrote, "That's pretty messed up, Brian. I saw a video about homeless in New Carolina being taken to FEMA camps."
Yeah,
but it's a video. That's like propaganda.
Oh, Brian might go to Tent City today, so that would be an awesome film. Love to see Brian walk around Tent City.
Well, if he's going there on his feet, he's actually doing real investigative reporting. Like, I went to the underground, looked for all those fucking skulls that we're talking about. Oh no, there's like way more than report. There's a fucking whole mystery by itself underneath the fucking city of Paris. So he's out there on himself looking.
Brian. He says, "I don't buy FEMA camp videos," which I agree with.
You gotta see it with your eyes.
Watch Brian's last video. He actually went to a restaurant on the beach and actually got some food, ate at a table. He actually tipped the worker $12 for not getting the fear. And Stephanie P was tearing off the yellow tapes. And there's some guy laying on the beach that they're all messing with. And then they're having this was weird. Brian's video with Walmart, where I was telling you about, where his video Walmart, they were taping off stuff that you can't buy. Now that's weird because here in Washington, I was telling you the other day that Walmart looked like a normal, like I was back to normal. Nobody was wearing masks. Yeah. Nothing was taped off. It's so weird how different states have different fear factors because
I can't wait to see the
no, not even the workers were wearing masks or wiping down nothing. It was like good old days of garbage.
Next week I'll have London. I'll be able to film London, so stand by for that. I'm gonna get some footage to see how if London shut down. I'll do a Brian. I'll walk around and see if there's any homeless on the streets of London too, so I get any that footage.
What the hell happened to California? I guarantee this shit's not happening in Fresno because Fresno is a lot rougher. LA's are a bunch of pansies.
Not Fresno. Fresno's always been a ghetto.
You're gonna tape off people in Fresno. No, you're not.
Yo, he's in LA. Fresno. No, that's nothing affects Fresno, man. No, not the Central Valley.
You're gonna tell a homeboy, you're gonna have to wear
agriculture. There's nobody doing agriculture and separating themselves.
I wonder if Brian is walking around with a mask or not. He's probably everyone who says wear a mask is like, fuck you.
Brian, what the fuck? If you're wondering about that, you don't know who Brian is. Come on. I think Brian is walking around telling people, suck these, suck these,
That's what he's doing.
suck these.
Just watch out for the Watch out for the gangs over there.
Right there. See? No mask ever.
Oh man, dude. Yeah. So you got to at least blend in with the NPCs. Otherwise, you're just.
So you're saying that he should put a mask on just to blend in, to get in deeper, to get some information. Okay.
I
don't think he's gonna do it.
No.
I can't wear a mask. I can't. And it's uncomfortable as fucking hell.
If I were you, I would walk around in a freaking hazmat suit just as a joke.
Well, I've got my Bandito.
Make a viral video out of that.
I've got my Bandito mask, so I wear this one over here. It really scares the fuck out of people. So, as a cowboy, you guys keep talking. Don't look at me.
I'll wear my mask.
Oh, dude, that's so trippy. I don't have a mask. I just don't care. I mean,
that works pretty fine, Eric. Wow.
See, yes. Perfect, man.
Yeah, man.
I just bought my food and Corona beer and sat down and ate.
Yeah, he filmed it, dude. He bought Corona beer and
then pulls out a joint too. It's just like, I don't care.
But what's so cool is he actually tipped them very nicely because they let them be normal, let them be human. Like you're saying earlier, Matrix, like once you start taking away people being normal, I mean, what the fuck you're living for?
Mhm.
I mean,
That's
how I do
the
it.
point. They want to dehumanize everybody.
Yeah.
Make them fearful. Like now you have to be worried about human beings. That's the fear. So now you're scared of your fellow brothers and sisters, which is nonsense because let's be real, this virus has a 99% survival rate or something like that. I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
more than
Yeah.
that. It's
if
higher
you
than
want to know if there's homeless in LA, go to the LA mission. Normally the streets are lined with tents around the mission. That's kind of sucks, because we're supposed to go to LA at the end of August.
No shit.
But yeah, for the Star Wars celebration thing, but I doubt that's going to happen. I doubt they're probably going to cancel it because the governor of California, the dude's a fucking wimp.
Yeah, of course.
He's more wimp than any governor in any other state.
Look at my MP. Look at Justin Trudeau. Look at the King of Belgium. Look at my king. I mean, they don't look royal at all. There's nothing of intelligence in their eyes. There's no soul in their eyes. They just have eyes like rats.
Yeah, they're not like me. They're not royal like I am.
Right?
Well, yeah. Well, we rule the UK. We should be there.
This is what a king looks like right here.
This is what a prince looks like.
And this is what a king's cabinet looks like. You fuckers.
We should be knighting people.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you very much, Eric. Yeah.
You go, boy. You are now at night.
This is what a biological king looks like. God damn it! Looks like this.
So, Bob, is that how we're gonna have to knight people now?
You're basically Robert Baratheon from Game of Thrones.
I'm sorry. I didn't knight Matrix Unveiled. I'm sorry. I got to knight him.
I can be Jaime Lannister.
Oh, here. I'll knight you with this one.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna give Vonage fucking Dutchland, man. It's all yours, dude. You take care of it. Bring me taxes.
Did he really just threaten us with a sword?
No. Since we live in this new world, I have to virtual knight people now.
Yeah.
You know, actually, that's a really good title for a video. Living in this new world. Living in the quarantine world.
Exactly.
Like that. I'm going to name that my next show on Monday or something.
No, Brian. I did not threaten you guys with the sword. I'm knighting you guys. I'm knight. You're becoming a knight. I'm going to knight Brian Staley right now. Brian?
He doesn't want to be a little bitch.
You come from an ancient bloodline that's not recognized by the court. Rise, Sir Knight, fuckhead. You shall be the knight of blah, blah, blah. See, I'm going to have it where knights are going to be allowed to do what they used to do. So, like, I fucking knighthood, like Brian, fucking Tanuj, fucking Vonage, maybe, we don't know. We'll knight you guys, and then you get on your steeds and you go to a town. Like, a knight will be in a town. You get to eat for free, drink for free, you get females for free, but it's your job to protect the town. Now, you 100%. So, some banditos come in that fucking town and start kicking some shit around and start selling drugs. It's up to you to get them out.
You buy their drugs. You take their drugs, and then you.
Well, yeah, you do whatever you gotta do. You might have to call to news from the next town. Hey, dude, I need your fucking help. Get your shit over here. Bring your fucking sword. Whatever you got.
You want to see my swords? I actually have real swords.
Of course you do. We all have swords. We all have swords. I'm not going to show you because I'm going to get the police in my house. But yeah, we all have swords.
According to my notes, I always talk about no bullshit. All the people that are awake, actually awake, are fucking guys who play Dungeons and Dragons, collect comics, watch cartoons, have swords, weapons, and all the nerdom of a nerdom can be. Everyone.
These are my actual katana swords.
Nice.
You can see that.
Wow. Oh, those are. Oh,
nice.
Yep, they're legit.
Shit, can you wield them?
I can wield them. Yeah, I can wield them. I'm not going to right now, though. I'm not on camera.
Well, technically, he can't knight anybody. He's not. I'm sorry to tell you that, Tenji. You're not royal like me and Bob. So only us, we can knight
I'm just the executioner.
Could you do us a favor though? Before this whole show is over, Tanuj, one fucking thing, please, God. Everyone's been wanting this secretly on the inside. Can you go on your bed and jump up and down on it? Can you just jump up and down your bed?
Why?
Just jump up and down your bed. We want to see you just do that.
We want to see sexual energy in its.
Oh yeah, that's not.
Can you wield the swords while jumping up and down on the bed?
I have a video on my channel of me airbending with swords.
Good.
So yeah, that's what I do with my swords. I just like make wind energy, I guess you could call it.
I make wind too. I make wind.
And look, the Truth Seeker's in the chat. Hey, actually, hey, Truth Seeker. Next Thursday, I got the Sea Squashers coming on.
She's a good one.
With the women group from the Bigfoot, and Bob's gonna be on a plane, so I need a co-host. And I think Truth Seeker, I think you'd be an awesome co-host with me on that show for Thursday. Just let me know.
That would be a show.
Yeah.
Hey, but what even would be better is Karen B, right? I mean,
I want Karen B and the Truth Seeker. I want to make it mostly all women panel. Well, some of you guys think I'm a woman anyway. You know what's embarrassing, guys? Every time I go to a fucking drive-thru, I swear to God, every time I go to the drive-thru, oh, thank you, ma'am, for your order. Like, every time. Do I sound like a woman?
Yeah.
You must be seeing your breasts.
At least you admit it, man. That takes a lot of balls. They think I'm a woman. Every time I go to That's pretty bad. I can't wait for McDonald's though. I'm looking forward to McDonald's.
Email me, we'll set up. Yeah, I'll email you. I want to have a mostly girls panel for the Bigfoot community on Thursday. That'd be awesome. Oh, what's this shit? Eric has my breast.
It's succulent. It's succulent.
I think they did a nice job on Eric. He almost looks like a woman now, right?
You put a little brother to shame, Eric. You put Mike to shame, man. If he saw you right now, he'd be like, always jealous. Where you? Oh, we made him upset. Sorry, man. We were just joking, dude. Oh, little pony.
He's got his unicorn there, right?
Brony. You're doing the brony thing. You're doing a brony. You're pulling a brony on us. That's fucked up. There you go. Eric's saying you're all bronies for calling me this. Is that what you're saying? Subliminally?
Somehow we always end up talking about the same topic every single episode.
It's their hang-up, you know. They have this gay brother, and I think he's the whole initial thing of this brony thing. They just got a little bit of too much of their brother's genes, I think. I don't know.
Either Robert Y. Mandela effect asshole.
Did you see what Friendly as our flat said? Cross-dressers are making a lot of money doing makeup on YouTube these days. I say you make a separate account and start doing that.
Cross-dressers are making a lot of money doing makeup. Yeah, they are. They fucking are. I'm gonna do that. Fuck it.
Yeah,
I can do that. I can do it. You can do my makeup. Robert, we would make an awesome show where you would do my makeup and I would just end up looking like an awesome woman.
The new Truther committee, since they're shutting down all the Truther sites decided to go ahead and reformat their fucking sites. So now we're doing man makeup and all the other stuff. As you're talking about the Mandela effects and flat Earth, the Earth is fixed. Can you hand me some rouge? There we go. You know, it takes the lotion from the bucket.
Dude, what?
Oh wow!
Oh yeah.
That's actually slightly creepy. I'm not gonna lie. That's a little bit creepy. Yeah.
So
that's so
it was spot on.
We're so off subject right now. Oh God, I was gonna ask you.
This started from sexual energy.
How about this one? How about this? Now you also made a video 3 videos ago. It says this is not the real world.
Oh, okay.
So what do you mean by that? This is not the real world.
I mean, okay, so a lot of people speculate that this world is a dream world or an illusion, a matrix, whatever you want to call it. And so I have been having these repeated images and visions when I go into like deep meditations. And it'll be of another dimension that just feels more real than this place. And it's the same place every single time I'll be going into that world. And I know that's the real world because that is who my essence is really from. Like, imagine this is a video game, right? That world would be stepping out of this video game and being in that actual place. Who's to say now that's the real world?
Yeah.
Because that could be another video game too.
Yeah.
But what I've come to the conclusion is that our higher selves, our true selves, are playing in this game as an illusion.
Yeah, I got that impression. I felt like we're in a game. I'm not joking. I had that. I'm not just saying, "Oh, this is going to get along with." No, I had a feeling like that we're playing a game, that we're in a game, and that everything we're seeing with these fucking assholes, because all the things line up. The synchronicities are too fucking impossible to ignore. Right down to Oswald's fucking square window where he shot fucking Kennedy, and the only square window. 9/11 is in every fucking other thing you see, right down to modern movies and shows. I'm watching nothing but Netflix and nothing but 9/11s and 13s continuously through the whole fucking thing. That we're in a fucking goddamn video game.
Yeah.
And some of us are awake. And what's the best way God would separate the wheat from the fucking tares? To see the mud floods, to see who's awake and what's the best way to see people awake? People like us. We're pretty fucking obviously awake. You could see the awake and non-awake now. It's pretty fucking obvious.
You can see it in someone's eyes, in their energy. And so I was going to this other dimension, and I'm like traveling out of my body and leaving it and going to there and seeing the world as what it looks like, which is like this complex mathematical geometry with all these colors. It's what people experience when they smoke DMT. It's that same realm that they talk about with the machine elves. That is what I'm feeling is the real world, and that's what we truly exist as, those high consciousness beings. And then we come into this little puny matrix and we play as humans.
Yeah, I get it. I see it, man, because even here with the synchronicities, I was worried about being broke getting home, and all of a sudden
money comes in.
Money came in.
Yeah.
And I was like at the perfect time that I needed it, and a ride pops up at the perfect time that would not be there. And certain things are popping up like they were supposed to pop up at a certain time mathematically within the game. Like, again, only reason why I think weird things like that is because when I was with the military, in the military with certain individuals that were of the Islam Nation, they always told me it is written. It is already written. And I'm like, what do you mean? Nothing's written, man. You make your own fucking future. Now, that's my philosophy. You make your own fucking destiny. They're like, no, it's written already. It's already written.
For the NPCs, it's written. You know?
I think both are true. And it's not like if one thing is true, then the other thing can't be true. Both things are true and can be true at the same time. It's not like because I'm physical, I cannot be spiritual.
Yes.
It's because that I'm spiritual that I am physical too. It's much more. It's actually in the way that because it's one way, it is also the other way. Being for it to be black, it is a reason for something else to be white. You catch my drift?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, because these guys they had no fear. And I'm like, why aren't you fucking scared? Not even remotely scared? No, they say it's written. What's going to happen to me is always supposed to happen to me. So if I'm to live, then Allah says I'm to make it through. And if he doesn't, I'm supposed to die for a reason. I'm like,
well, see, that is the God that they believe is God. The Allah, the parasite one. So the virus.
Yeah, it is
dream comment. My dreams make me want to sleep. I lay my head down for the freedom of my dreams. I can't find in my waking life.
There you go. Shit.
That's poetry, man. Wow.
Yeah. I read that one.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, so we either determine our own destiny or it's already written for some of us. It's kind of a flip of a coin. I don't have that answer. I don't know. Because I've been in certain places at the right time, which is impossible. I had to have there's no way. I talked about a blind man that was crossing the road 2 days in a row where he needed help, and I had done many fucking chores before I went. Not at the same time. I meandered around to get to the same spot where this fucker needed help. Like, how statistically is this possible for me to be at this right one spot at the right time for this fucker to get help? You know, was it written already? You know, it throws your fucking brain into a thing. Was this already designed? Was I always supposed to be here at this right time? Was it my decision at any time in that process? It was my decision to stop and check the mail, which would have threw off the time, which actually lined up the time for me to be there. Pick it up the mail and go, well, I'll walk this back to my house before I take the walk. Go back to the house, put the mail down, then go finish the walk. Then I timed perfectly because the mailman showed up at the time I'm taking the walk. So it seemed to reset the clock for me to be at that place at that one time. So I'm like, is it written already? Was that already written?
What I think is going on, this is my theory. So we have two aspects to our consciousness, or our consciousness is kind of split, but at the same time not really split, where it's outside of the matrix and it's inside the matrix at the same time, depending on what level you're connected into. So you're operating here in this matrix, you're like, oh, the matrix is real. But then the rest of your consciousness, your real consciousness, is sitting outside the game watching, just like in a video game, you're watching. Like, you're the player in the game and the one with the controller in the hand. So your gameplay is already, you know, chosen, your path is already chosen. But if the character in the game wants to take a detour, side mission or two, it's going to do that. But it also has certain checkpoints that it has to hit because that's the way the storyline plays. And we were the ones that wrote the storyline. So we're playing the game, writing the story, and, you know, we are our own enemy as well within the game.
Character, own avatar.
Exactly.
We are our own avatar in a game. I know another guy, major truther, calls. I sent him an email back and forth. He's like, I sent him an email. He knows me. Now he knows I have a name and everything. The way he responds is, "I know of your avatar." Like, what the fuck do you mean? I know of your avatar. I sent messages back, but that's how he responded to me. In his state of mind. Now I know what he means. It's not an insult. It's exactly what we're talking about. He goes, "I know of your avatar,
your energy, your soul."
Yeah. It's kind of interesting how people put certain words on it. I go, yeah, and I follow his words. I know of your avatar. I really enjoy your material. I enjoy what you say. So it's kind of interesting like that.
It's crazy. I mean, somebody just walked up to you in the streets and told you that.
No, I was sending an email to another truther on the community.
Okay.
And just saying, hey, I really enjoyed your. You know, sometimes I'll send an email, hey, I really enjoy your stuff. That last fucking thing was really fucking good. I just want to say I agree with you. Just I don't send out but basic stuff like.
What about this comment, guys? What about people who are a living hell from the moment they're born? What would you say about that?
Well, I think there is something called karma. So how you live in a past life determines your experience, and so we choose lessons. So if you want to choose a very hard life in this time period, you chose that as a higher being, as a higher consciousness to experience pain, because usually what will happen for someone who experiences so much pain, they have all this motivation. First, they may not feel it as motivation, but they have all this energy, all this suffering that they can then transmute into, like, look, this is my story. This is how I experienced and created something so incredible after all these hardships. You know, real growth is not born from somebody that just had it easy in life. It's grown from somebody that experienced a lot of negative suffering and then overcame it and became like this seasoned warrior on their path. So that's the way I feel about that.
No, I can see that. I mean, if you look at the life that me and Bob grew up, we grew up in the gutters. We grew up with no mom. We grew up, you know, just a father. Our father used to have to write hot checks during the week to feed us, and and we had no supervision in a way. We did whatever we wanted, and you know what? We chose a path that we're not in jail. We never been in prison, even though we had every opportunity, being surrounded by drugs and everything that did whatever we wanted. All because you grew up a certain way doesn't mean you have to be that way your whole life.
Yeah, good ethics. Exactly. I always have good ethics. Dad always had good. Our dad had great ethics.
Yeah, ethics. He trusted us.
Yeah.
By 10. Shit, guys, this is no lie. This is no lie. Growing up, we used to have 5 to 10 people passed out in our house, sleeping on the ground everywhere. And my father used to get up on a weekend and feed everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Random people.
He used to feed.
Okay.
He used to feed. We used to have parties and people used to be passed out. Shit, we were sitting on a bench one day by a tree, and then remember, Bob, your friend, the one guy fell out of the tree, hit the ground.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know exactly.
And our father would make everybody coffee in the morning and feed everybody. And
Well, what it was is, and I did the same thing for my son and his friends, and my daughter and her friends. It was like this: it's life. Life is gonna happen. You're gonna go out. You're watching the fucking movies, and it's cool. I know you're going to go out and get drunk and fucking high and get high some other place. But I was like, I'd rather have you guys here. If you could just stay here, you're gonna do it anyway. I'd rather have you here and safe in this place, and everyone knows you're here. So have your friends stay here. Now, my dad knew their fathers and their mothers. Everybody knew they were there, and knew a teenager at that age is gonna get fucking drunk and high. Everybody worked the fields. Nobody's a bum. Nobody's a fucking gang member. Everyone's solid. So it's like it's beer time. Everyone stays in that. We countryside. So we live in the country. It's a country town. It's house, big front yard, bench, trees. Everything's contained and nice and safe. So it's easier to have people in the house.
well, yeah,
around the property.
Bob, remember one thing: you had a good friend named Jason Walker.
Oh yeah.
His father was a chief of police, and he used to tell other police to stay off our block because he didn't want his own kid to get in trouble.
Yeah, stay off the block. Both my boys are over there, and I
Seriously,
never had a drink.
Cops on Free Street. We were cops on Free Street.
But
Well,
these
that
are
makes a difference. That makes a big difference.
yeah, and all the teenagers, we all worked. So I stomped cotton. Other guys picked fucking almonds with a big. They just shake the fucking trees, and I mean everybody worked and sweated grapes. Worked on tractors, drove tractors, worked on dairy. Everybody, all the teenagers worked. So there's no schmucks. So to have a beer and earn a beer, it's kind of like if you have a youth that work for a living, well, they deserve to fucking tear one up too and have a couple of drinks.
Yeah.
They know that. Now the youth is just they don't work. They play fucking interneties, and then they want to get high and drunk in their house. What have you earned to get drunk and high in your house?
There was
It's
one
high
time. There was one time a car pulled up and pulled a gun on you. I remember there was one time.
Yeah,
Somebody had a gun.
Yeah, it was a gang. It was a whole gang. It was a whole fucking gang in a van. Yeah, they come up. They drove down the road. I turned around. Everybody's gone.
Everybody did it, but you.
But me, just in my fucking face, and the dude's locked and loaded. I said, number one, why are you going to do this? Do you want to go to prison, man? I had to talk my way out of it. I said, do you really want to go to jail for killing a white boy? Is it worth going to prison for killing some fucking white boy? Well, there's a dime a dozen. You want to kill a white boy in front of his house, you're not going to go to prison, man. Am I worth it? Am I really worth it?
It's fucking smart.
That's a really good way of getting out of it.
Just the way to react in that moment.
Yeah, you got a family, you got all your fucking, you got your all your buddies behind you.
Yeah.
You going to kill a white boy? I said, come on.
Be a lawyer, man.
Dude,
Get a lawyer.
Or a salesman, a car salesman.
I got a beer for you, man. Come to the bench, have a seat. I got a fucking coldie waiting for you, man. Unless you want to kill a white boy in the street, that's okay. He put it back. He got in
No
the van.
way.
Showed up the next day. He wasn't no punk. He showed up the next day, and I had a beer waiting for him. Here you go, man. And he said, "Are we good?" I said, "You damn right, we're good." What family you come from? He said the name of the family, and they're a big Latino family. I said, "Oh shit, I got no problem with your family, man. I got no problem with your family." I said, "You're welcome to come here anytime you want."
He was related to Felipe.
Felipe, yeah. So I'm like, "You're welcome to come here anytime you want, man. Your cousin hangs out here all the time." Yeah, I said, that was in it. He took a drink and he went back, and that dude showed up one time. He was just coming by. I said, "Come on in, have a fucking beer, dude. There's no problem. No problem."
That's what Matrix you've been saying all along, right? Having good vibes and feed off your good vibes, and you can change things.
Yeah, fucking pistol was in my face. It was like
you cannot change. You cannot change the world, but you can change your world by the way you react to it. And this is what you just made a great example of. You know,
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah,
I think, yeah.
go ahead.
There was something that I watched. I don't know if I heard the story of how Buddha was walking, and there was some dude that tried to kill him with a knife or rob him, and instead Buddha asked him, "Why are you suffering so much that you would want to take another person's life?"
Yeah.
And the guy just broke down into tears and just got on
Right.
his knees and said, "Teach me, please, and I'll
Wow.
be your disciple." And so instead
Wow.
of and there's other stories of, you know, him doing the same thing with like prostitutes and just going like, you know, trying to first seduce Buddha to be a prostitute and then giving up her ways and becoming a disciple. So there are ways to, you know, alchemize the energy. That's what you did right there. You alchemized the energy. And
Yeah.
just, I mean, I don't even think you sounded like you were afraid at all. You were just totally
No.
calm. Just like,
I died
what's wrong
before.
with you? Like, you know,
Well,
Philly boy.
No,
I think I died more
I
than once.
witnessed it. I was watching it. We're all hiding and watching.
Everybody in the window, they're all watching them.
Right.
A whole group of them, man. They fucking surrounded me, the whole group of them, and he's standing like this. I'm like, go ahead, dude, kill a white boy.
Release me. Right.
What is
Yeah,
that?
you're almost daring him to do it. Which,
I'm not worth anything. I'm not worth. What are you gonna be? Oh my god, you're gonna be in prison. You're gonna be patted on the back for killing some white boy.
I'm
you're
not worth
shanked-
your
you're
bullet.
get shanked in prison too. So
I'm not important enough for you to get anything out of this. That's what I told him. I'm not important enough for you to get anything out of this. He realized that, yeah, you're nothing. Why am I? You put it away. Like, but you're welcome to come back and have a beer. I'm good like that. That was about it. That's how much worth I am. You can come by and have a fucking beer anytime you want. That's my worth. You know,
that's a
I'm
kind
not
dude right there.
famous. I'm not famous. So what are you gonna do? What are you doing? It's a no name. It's a throwaway. It's throw your life away for a nobody.
Right.
It worked. Now, had I been famous, you know, had you been a famous like Doc Holliday or, you know, Wyatt Earp, then you'd have
Famous
another-
like you are now on Gypsy Road.
yeah. That was a different story. That was a different. I have to re-question because I saw you on Gypsy Road. Yeah, I'm the
You
other
are
guy.
that dude. You are that dude, right?
I'm the
You're
brother.
weird.
No, that's
We
great.
want Eric. We're using you to get to Eric. We want to be on the show.
Go after Eric, man. I'm the other guy. I'll give you the address for Vonage, man. He's fucking famous.
I
The
want a
Dutch-
channel membership. Give me a channel membership.
You want fucking Tanush's fucking number? Here. He's famous, more famous than me.
The truth is coming out. Love it.
In all seriousness, though, you should never give your number out to
No.
random people because, yeah, I've had random people like text me. They found my number. I put it on my website by accident, and then I'm just like, oh, okay, I got a few stalkers here. What is going on?
Yeah,
This is
yeah.
whack.
They're easy to get when they're people have difficulties. You know, they don't know what you say sounds good to them, and so they figure maybe you be the one that help them out of their mental crisis or whatever. And you can just watch the show like everyone else, though. If I think you're sane enough, I'll give you a one-on-one conversation, you know, but
Yeah.
don't just fucking randomly show up.
Yeah.
Eric, no, I've had show-ups to my house before. That
Like comes on your door, like, hey, you're Eric from Gypsy Road.
yeah, well, my
I'm a
early
huge fan, bro. You're just like, who the fuck are you?
I've had people show up to my house. And I'm like, before I sold it, show up to my house. I found you. I said, you sure did. Who are you?
Oh, yeah, Bob had another YouTuber guy put his address on air. I mean,
oh my
put his
goodness.
address on purpose.
Can I live in your shed?
Yeah, put my address on air for people to show up. Fuck
I
up.
do have a shed. I mean, he wants to live in my shed, and he has to pay me rent.
Yeah. Right now I'm gonna be hiding out at Eric's for a while, getting out of England. But I have had no problems in England. I've had one person try to do one thing, but that person was a coward. So there's no problems in England. I'm like, oh, okay, everyone's super fucking nice. Everyone's great here.
Now we are getting closer to the 2-hour mark, but let's just talk about one last video, and then and we'll call it a good day because today was a fun conversation.
It was.
This is kind of important one. Transmute stressful energy. How can people get rid of the stressful energy during a time like this when you're not allowed to do everything you want to do?
So, one thing that I've been doing more so, and I'm trying to get more of it done is playing my guitar. It's back there. You guys can see it. It's like right there.
Nice.
And just like music is such a good way to get into flow state. The key is to get into the flow state. So even like doing a show like right now, that's the flow state, and that releases the energy, because so many times we get so stressed out about all of the things that we have to do. And it's like all these things in our energy field that are like, we have to do this, you have to do this, you have to do this. And it's overwhelming. And I made that video because right now I'm in school, I'm in university, and I'm also doing YouTube, and I have one-on-one clients that I talk to, and so I have so much stuff going on. So I made that video. I was like, damn, I'm kind of stressed out at the moment. And so the key is to focus your energy on one thing at a time. Plus I was building my website at the same time, so I was doing a lot of stuff in a period of a small amount of time. So focusing on one thing, taking a break, getting away from everything, going out into nature, playing music. When I'm stressed, I like to go airbend. So I'll meditate and airbend and work out, and just like getting back to the body, getting back to the spirit, and staying grounded instead of like totally lost in your own energy fields and all of the worries of the world, because that can definitely happen. So
May I add to that? Because the thing about you playing music is you know how to play music, right? And you enjoy to play music. And so the thing, it's not so much about music and about relaxing. It's more the way I interpret it. It's like doing something you're good at and doing something that you're comfortable with, and something that you're still growing in. And if you have to react to the world, it's all new. I mean, this virus thing is new, right? Everybody heard about a virus, but they never conceived a virus, and they never knew the virus that so-called hit our world in 1918. So it's all new, and start doing something that that's also a big part of that, what you just mentioned.
Definitely. Yeah. What is your channel, Voynich? Because I just looked it up. I can't find it.
Oh, here, I'll put it back in the chat.
Can throw it out.
I'll throw it up.
You.
I have it up. I have it up. Here it is.
Yeah.
Here, this is, whoops.
No, he doesn't have
Voynich
it.
does two kind of shows. He does one in English, and sometimes he'll do a show in his own language, which is very cool. I don't know what the hell they're saying, but I'll leave a comment anyway.
What's your own language?
Dutch.
Oh, okay.
If it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. Come on.
Very cool.
Here's Voynich's page.
Oh yeah, I'm on it right now. Awesome. I was just
cool,
checking
man.
it out.
Nice.
Yeah.
So right before we end, now on Mondays you do. I don't know too much about the other radio frequency show that you do. Is this like a web page or web like a YouTube type of deal that I go to watch you on this? What is it called?
Truth Frequency Radio. So it's a website, and Glowbusters is on there right before I am. So everybody watches Glowbusters, then hops off. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, Glowbusters goes right before me at 9 p.m. and I'm on at 11. And I've only been on like 7 or 8 times because I just started my show. So I'm so new.
I mean, when you're on it, is it like a slot that's just set for you, or is it okay?
And so I'm live on iHeartRadio, truthfrequencyradiolive.com. And then I also dual stream sometimes on YouTube if I feel like it. So people catch my stream that are subscribed to me on YouTube, which I'm going live on TFR. And then I usually bring on a guest or two, and we have a really good conversation. And those streams are awesome. Those are like
that's
everybody loves.
You should think about doing a show on TRF one day.
TFR?
TFR.
Who are you talking to, me? Or
I was talking to Bob, but maybe one day.
Yeah.
Now, are all slots like taken? So if me Bob wants to be on this format, is it like you have to pick a time that's only available, or?
Yeah, you have to pick a time that's available. I can actually get you in contact with the people that run it. And I did text you if you wanted to be a guest on my show.
Yeah,
But
I
you didn't
do.
respond.
I'll be a guest. I don't want to have.
You guys can both come on Monday or something, or next Monday,
That'd be
whatever
fun.
it is. We
That'd
can
be
talk
fun.
about it, and we can talk about like flat Earth, Mandela effect, just whatever. Shoot the shit and just
Hulu.
have a good conversation.
Yeah,
Cool.
that'd be cool.
So,
So
are you doing any shows tonight or tomorrow?
not tonight, but I'm very impromptu. So if I feel like going live, I'll go live, and I just do it. I don't plan anything really.
Yeah,
It's always in the moment.
And like I said, people, Tuesday, trust me, you want to watch it. Jamie Strugger, I know you guys have never heard of him, but trust me, you're gonna like this guy. You're gonna have fun. It's gonna be out of this world. He's only on for an hour, so make sure you're on for the first hour, and then he has to go. But for that first hour, it's gonna be fun. So Voynich, what do you got going on the rest of today or tomorrow?
Well, today I'm just gonna bake myself some burgers, some Voynich burgers.
Hey. Nice.
And I don't have much going on. I'm recovering from my surgery, and it's going well. And I'm still very tired at times, but I also feel very inspired because of the contacts that we make right on YouTube. I mean, I love being with intelligent people, as we are doing now. And because I'm only around stupid and dense people in real life, so I
feel
just
that.
connect to YouTube.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
Right.
Unfortunately, we all share that. We all share. You gotta go on YouTube as a tool to find people like yourself. You're fucking awake. Do you remember the yellow sun? Yeah. Oh, thank God. Oh God.
Normal people are like, we can't go outside. It's bad. It's evil. You're gonna get sick.
And but I must tell you guys. Yesterday, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. I think it was before yesterday. Beth Martens. She also has a YouTube channel, and she has done this video, which I will put in a link in the chat. Wait a minute.
Or the merrier.
And she was doing an interview with Ole Dammergaard. Some people might know his name, and he's quite a famous. He breaks down false flags and hoaxes like nobody can. He does it in a way that's just epic. And she had him on a show, and she interviewed him, and there was only 14 people watching. I mean, it's fucking Ole Dammergaard. Everybody that listens to this should know Ole Dammergaard. He knows his shit. I mean, he's been excluded from society like nobody else already, because he's been busy with this shit for so long. So he's on another level.
Okay.
No,
Cool.
I'll check it out. That's why we do the show.
check it out.
You like to give everybody information. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
So Bob, are you doing the show tomorrow, or are you be packing for the USA?
I'll do a quickie. I'll do like last one. I just did a philosophical one. A couple of code things, for the players that play games. So yeah.
It's going to be exciting because in the next couple of weeks, we could try different things, different times, because you're going to be actually here.
Yeah.
We're going to do some live stuff from a graveyard. All crazy shit. But Bob, we cannot do a live show at a strip club. They're all closed right now. I'm sorry.
Fuck. But they deliver, right?
You guys should do a live at a graveyard and bring a Ouija board and just see what happens.
Oh, you got that right. We are.
And the ghost box.
Why not? I'll do it. Hell yeah.
And bring a knife so you can sacrifice blood and give it to the
We'll have a good time. We'll break all the fucking taboo rules.
Yeah.
All the witches and all the warlocks. You can't do it that way. I don't care. I'll bring on a fucking demon and kick its ass. I want to fight a dragon.
We're gonna end the show. Today was fantastic. It was fun. I want to thank Voynich, Matrix Unveiled for jumping on. That was exciting. It was fun today. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. See you guys all later.
Thanks.